Hey guys, Matt here. This is my review of Kingsman: The Secret Service. This movie is directed by Matthew Vaughn, who previously directed Layer Cake, X-Men First Class, and Kick-Ass. This movie stars Colin Firth, Taron Egerton, Samuel L. Jackson, and Mark Strong. Colin Firth plays Harry, or Galahad, a member of the Kingsmen. And while on a mission, he accidentally gets his friend Lancelot killed, and so he bestows upon Lancelot's son a medal, saying, if you ever need anything, call this number. Well, Eggsy grows up and he becomes Taron Egerton's character, and he gets in trouble with the law. So he calls the number, and there he meets Harry, and Harry introduces him into the world of the Kingsmen. Going into this movie, I like Matthew Vaughn, so I thought this film looked like James Bond on steroids. And after seeing it, I liked it a lot. The best way I can describe it is Men in Black meets Wanted is the concept, but the action and everything else is James Bond meets Kick-Ass and the Avengers. Not Marvel's The Avengers, the Uma Thurman, Ray Fiennes, the British Avengers. Newcomer Taron Egerton, who plays Eggsy, was pretty good in this movie. The only other movie I'd seen him in was Attack of the Block, which is like the British version of the movie The Watch with Ben Stiller. He did a good job. I liked how he was this young up-and-comer that really didn't care about anything, who learned to appreciate the art and the gentlemanness of being a Kingsman. Colin Firth is really good in this movie. Even though he sounds just like Colin Firth, I liked how he was this spy who may just be taking Liam Neeson's spot in the action hero role, because for a guy Colin Firth's age, he was really cool at kicking ass in this movie. Samuel L. Jackson was okay in this movie, only because his character of Valentine, the terrorist, was Samuel L. Jackson just with a lisp, so he didn't really have to do a whole lot. Mark Strong, I really like him, and I liked him in this movie a lot. I liked how he was Merlin, the quartermaster / Q type of character. And Michael Caine is also in this movie, and I like his role as well. But this movie also has a surprise cameo at the beginning of the movie. And let me just say, it's really nice to see one character from Star Wars in a movie with Mace Windu. It's pretty cool. The only problems I have with the movie is that Colin Firth's character is a badass in this movie, but I felt that besides him owing a debt to Eggsy's father, we really don't know a whole lot about him. Kind of felt like they could have given us more backstory or more reason to like him. Also, the movie kind of dragged a bit, where they didn't want to promote Eggsy to being a potential Kingsman just yet, and so because of that, they kind of dragged his training process, and they also focused on the villain a whole lot. I mean, in a typical hero-villain movie, you're supposed to introduce the villain at the beginning, show him again at the middle, and then again at the end, revealing his master plan. But this movie focused on Samuel L. Jackson a whole lot like he was one of the main characters, where he would talk vaguely about his plan, and then again, talk vaguely about his plan. And at the very end, reveal his plan. And it just felt way too much like, okay, we want you to like this guy, but he's going to be the bad guy as well. However, this movie did something I really enjoyed, and that was that none of it was predictable. There was nothing in this movie that you saw coming, and I also liked how the movie played off the fact that it knew it was a parody of spy movies. I liked how they joked around about Jason Bourne and James Bond and how heroes and villains of the 1960s should act. I thought that was really funny. Saved the best for last, and now we'll talk about the action. The action in this movie, though there could have been more of it, was really cool. Now, back when I saw Forrest Gump, I thought they used the song Freebird pretty well, and then I saw The Devil's Rejects, and I thought they used Freebird in the end of that movie very well, possibly the best way they could use that song. But now, having seen Kingsman, I can now say that there's a scene involving a church, and Colin Firth, and the song Freebird that's probably one of the best action scenes I've ever seen. Not only is this scene 5 to 10 minutes long, but it's all done in one shot, and it's awesome. Everything you could think of in an action scene is in that part, and it's just really, really incredible. Besides dialogue, Matthew Vaughn knows how to do action really well, and I liked how in all the fight scenes, the action was sped up and slowed down at the same time. Slowed down to where you could see a fist being thrown and connecting, and you'd see debris or shrapnel or something go flying, but then sped up to where somebody would do a flip and the action would be engaging and exciting. Now, because this movie was silly but fun and is exactly what it should have been because it's based off a Marvel graphic novel of the same name, I'm going to give Kingsman a B. I felt the movie kind of dragged, and I felt they could have done something more with some of the characters, but the movie was enjoyable overall, and Matthew Vaughn shows that he knows how to do action and comedy, and he can blend them well together. So until next time, guys, see ya.